All right, I'm now doing check your understanding number 1, and here we go. I'm going to share my screen. So you will, or we will create an equation from a graph. So we're given this graph. How do you come up with an equation? This is the equation that we know. Y equals a times x minus b squared plus q. The trick here is to figure out the values for each of these letters, the a, the x, the y, the p, the q. In this case, I think the PQ is easy to do because the PQ is given by this vertex, all right? And the vertex is given by 4, -2, all right? The vertex is 4, -2. What will you do there? Well, plug it into the PQ value here, all right? Let's take a look what happens. So y equals a times x minus 4 squared minus 2, or plus -2, still it's one and the same. Now we have 3 letters or 3 variables, and we need to be able to get values for those 3 variables, all right? But then if you are working with only one equation, you can only get one variable solved. Therefore, there should be a way to figure out the values of 2 other variables in this, so that once you plug it in, there's only one variable left to solve for. And the trick here is this. Now, guys, you will have to choose a point in the parabola, anywhere in the parabola. And the way I do it, I always choose one that is easy to determine, and I'm not like I'm guessing. And I would choose this one because this one is going to be 2, -14, all right? So I will use point, or the point 2, -14. I can also use this if you like, because that would be 6, -14 still going to work. I will not choose this because that one, I would be guessing as to what it is. It would be about 5.1 and maybe 5.9, and an estimate doesn't really work well for me. Now, what will I do there? This point, which is in the parabola, all right, would satisfy the equation of the parabola. Remember that a point in a graph satisfies the equation of the graph. Therefore, this point 2, -14 can be used as my xy. Therefore, those 2 values, this 2, -14, I will use to replace the x and the y here. And look at what I'm going to do. I'm going to be using a different color just to emphasize it. The -14, all right, I will use in place of the y here. -14 equals a. I don't have a value for, but I have a value for x right here, which is 2. Okay, 2 times, or rather 2 minus 4 squared minus 2. So all I did was from here, when I plugged in the PQ value of the vertex, I chose a point in the graph, and then the point that I chose was 2, -14, and I used the xy values for that in place of the xy here. All right, and then let me simplify. -14 equals a times -2 squared minus 2. -14 equals 4a, because -2 squared is 4 minus 2. Adding 2 to both sides. -12 would be equal to 4a. And a equals -3. So what do you know? I now have my vertex, all right, which is this one. And I now have my a value, which is this one. And all I have to do is plug it into here, a times x minus b squared plus q. Okay? Now, the y here will remain the same. The a value here, I'm going to get rid of, and I'm going to replace it with the value that I got for my a right here, which is -3. The x will remain the same. I will replace the P and the Q, okay, with the P and Q values of the vertex. And this one will be 4 plus -2, or just -2. All right. And there is your answer. There is your equation for this parabola. I'd like you to do this practice question. Okay. So good luck. Thanks for watching.